Hello, this is Charlene with the Southern Gal, and I have a special guest for you tonight. I'm going to be talking to Shawn White. Shawn is a really wonderful speaker. He talks a lot about motivation and mindset, and he is just an outstanding coach. He would be a good mentor. Shawn has so many qualities that are just amazing, and I'm hoping that Shawn can jump on here in just a minute. I'm not as sure about how to do bringing a guest on Facebook Live as I am on StreamYard. So if I don't do this right, I may have to delete it and start again. But hopefully Shawn will be jumping on here in just a minute. I see Shawn is there. Um, Shawn is watching. Shawn, let me bring you on camera. Adding, it says it's adding, so I'm going to learn how to do this on Facebook because sometimes it's a little easier. Sometimes I use the StreamYard. That's a whole different thing, depends on what I'm doing, but I'm going to learn to do this. It just still says adding, so we'll see if it adds him in there. But Shawn is really good. If you watch his videos, he's on Facebook Lives very often, almost every day, I believe. Hey, Shawn, how are you?
Hello, hello,
How are you
hello.
doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Give me a second here. I'm trying to adjust
Okay.
this thing here.
Hey,
'Cause I have
I
a,
see it's hearts.
yeah, I have it horizontal, so I'm trying to work this out in the
Get it fun.
horizontal
Yeah.
area. But,
Hey, Deb. Hey, Christine.
oh
Uh,
well.
Getting
But
his
anywho,
camera situated.
yeah. Mm.
Uh, well, Shawn, how are you today?
Miss Charlene, Miss Southern Guy, everyone, how's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good, actually. Had a long day on a 9 to 5, but hey, I'm always blessed and really always humbled and appreciated when I get a chance to really, be on a platform like this and just to be able just to connect with beautiful, like-minded people such as yourself. So besides that, I'm doing great.
Well, good. I'm glad. I know you've had a hard day today. My day's been a little bit long. So far, it's been pretty good too. So, are you getting your camera situated?
Yeah, I'm
There you
trying to do on
go.
a horizontal is kind of interesting, but we'll go ahead and go with it. We'll roll with it.
Okay. Yeah, you look. That looks fine right there.
Okay.
Well, Deb, giving you lots of hearts. So, so are you? I know you talk a lot about mindset and motivation and things
Yes,
of
ma'am.
that sort. A little bit about what you feel people should be doing with their mindset training,
Okay.
why it's important, and things like that.
Okay, sure. Well, first and foremost, before we even get into the mindset, because yeah, you're right. I love talking about it. I mean, is this something like I'm really passionate about? Something in which that I preach, something in which I teach, what I apply, what I teach, my team. And yeah, it's
Right.
definitely something that's very, very huge. But Miss Shirley, let me just do like a real quick, brief introduction, because I know there's some people here that's probably watching that may not be familiar as far as on who I am
Mm-hmm.
and just get that out of the way and then we're going to get into
Well,
the topic.
I did a little bit of that before you got on, so
Oh, you did?
you can add a little bit more to it. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, sure. So ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shawn White. I'm the founder and creator of a team called Team Transformation. We're basically a group of heart-centered individuals dedicated to just encouraging, inspiring, and transforming the masses, pretty much the world. We're all in different spectrums, so we're all playing our part. As far as for myself, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. Been here for about 26 years. Spent some time in Miami, Florida as well, a little bit over about 13 years, and I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. Actually, here in my living room here. Been here for about 4 years. Done did a little bit of everything as far as in my lifetime. Mostly, I come to you with a sales and customer service background. I'm about 15 to 20 years of that. Been in this space for about 5 years, and the reason why mindset is very
Hey, Barbara.
huge. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was saying hi to Barbara. I didn't
Oh,
mean to. Go ahead.
oh, no, no problem at all. No problem at all. I can't see the comments, so Miss Charlene
I know.
definitely just let us know. Been in the space for about 5 years. Like I was saying, the reason why mindset is so important to me is because the first 2.5 years was like extremely rough time. Like literally, my mindset. I I'm gonna just put it to you this way. Um, I was on a struggle bus to say the least, and it was due to a lot of different things, mostly with the mindset. When I started to rededicate myself, really, and started rebranding myself, as of January 2019 until about now, I just made tremendous strides, and really, I have to owe it as far as to mindset and like personal development, which is very, very super important.
Mhm.
Miss Shirley, let me try something here. I wish it was a way that I can flip my camera, but I think if I do that, it'll probably be upside down.
Well, it looks fine the way good clear picture. So, can you hear me? Did we?
Trying to move
He's
my
got
finger
the
here.
camera.
Yeah, trying to work it out. Okay, guys, so mindset. Why is mindset very important in this network marketing industry? It's very huge for a number of different reasons because with mindset, when you have the right mindset, you literally can really achieve literally all your goals and all your dreams here as far as in network marketing. I remember, and like I was telling you guys in the beginning, as far as the reason why I struggled in the first 2.5 years is because of the fact that, up to that point, I had so many types of self-limited beliefs. And I'm pretty sure what I'm about to mention, you guys can either relate to that or know someone that has experienced that. So I had instances where I would be telling myself, oh, you know what? I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. Who am I? I come from, a poverty type of background. I'm the wrong skin color, or as far as like in my family, no one in my family, has been rich. We don't have any rich, relatives or anything like that. So, you know, having just those type of self-limited beliefs, especially around money in this industry, it's very, very important that you have to find out those self-limited beliefs. Very, very important. If not, you're gonna find yourself literally going through the motions. You feel like you're gonna feel like, okay, well, I'm doing everything in which that my company's telling me to do. I'm doing everything in which that my upline is telling me to do. I'm going to all the courses. I'm investing in myself. I'm taking all the courses, the mentors, the teachers, everything in which they tell me, but yet why I'm not getting results. And what I mention to people, and this is what I teach, is that it's not necessarily the system or the strategy or the compensation plan or all that other stuff. Now, there are some factors to that, but overall, it's your mindset. And it's just you really understanding as far as of who you are and your gifts and your talents. Now, you may be saying, okay, well, what does that have to do with mindset? How can that help me succeed in this career network marketing? Because it has a lot to do with it. It has a whole lot to do with it. You have to understand as far as on who you are. You have to understand what gifts that you have. What is it about you that makes you unique? What makes you stand out? What is it that when people see you online, what is it about you that makes a person really stop and say, interesting. I like what Miss Charlene stated. I love how the way that she has that inner confidence. I love how the way that, every single time that I see her or the content that she present, it speaks to me. It's attractive to me. That's a mindset mentality, ladies and gentlemen, because when you have the right mindset, when you believe that you are capable of all things, and when you actually practice that instead of just saying it, because Miss Charlene, we all know there's people that love to talk it. They love
Mhm.
to do the talk. But when it comes down to the walking aspect, you have to walk this out. You have to really do the work. Mindset is so critical, is so super, super important. And for me, the reason why I speak about it so highly is because of the fact that when I really started truly applying this and really started seeing the results, I started getting what is known as aha moments.
Mhm.
Oh, so I see what Miss Shirley was talking about X amount of years ago when she was talking about as far as, we're having affirmations, when speaking the right language to me. Oh, so now I understand. So a lot of times we have to experience certain things. And the only way that you would get to those aha moments, the only way you would get to those breakthroughs is.
I think you froze.
Okay, sorry about that, guys.
There you
Um,
are.
getting notifications. That's the reason why you have to be willing to put the work in each and every single day. Each and every single day, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through an audio, are you really, reading about 10 to 15 pages a day, learning something new, stretching yourself out, trying new things, just trying new things and see what works and what doesn't, and just really just honing in and being just dare I say, obsessed with it?
I think there
I would,
be a
I
little
would,
bit of, yes, I do.
yeah,
I think
absolutely,
that your mindset, and you do this so well, but the more, I guess the question would be, if somebody has been trying and they've been trying to build a network marketing business or do something, whatever they're wanting to do, and they haven't really accomplished very much yet, how are they going to keep themselves motivated? What things can they do on a daily
absolutely,
basis?
sure, definitely. First and foremost, before you even go to any kind of strategies, anything like that, and trust me, I totally get it because if you keep doing the same things and you're expecting different results, then obviously that's the definition of insanity, right? So,
Right.
in order for you to really switch it up. You have to sit back and you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be real with yourself. You have to ask yourself, okay, I've been in this industry now for X amount of years, and I'm seeing, everyone else is leveling up, or whatever story you're telling yourself, and you're wondering on what's not working. Well, I would recommend for you as far as to really sit back, be honest with yourself, and see as far as on what maybe as far as you need to learn. Maybe as far as you may need to learn as far as on prospecting. Maybe you need to learn a little bit more as far as like maybe with attraction marketing. Maybe as far as that when you're posting, if you're on Facebook, for an example, and you're online and you're posting, maybe that you're when you post, you're not speaking in such a way that your audience is getting value, that your audience is intrigued as far as on what you have versus the other way around. So to answer your question, there is a strategy. And what I recommend, have something which is called a DMO, also known as a daily method of operation. Let me break this up here. There we go. A daily method of operation. What that means is that every single day you want to have a schedule. You want to have something in which that, from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, you know exactly on what you have to do. That way, and I do have as far as, some information in regards for that, but to give you a general idea, when you have a schedule and you do this on a day in and day out basis, the chances of you getting sidetracked or distracted, the chance of that happening is very slim to none, because it's something about when we put pen to paper. And guys, if you don't believe me, I have a whole bunch of notes and different things like that. There is power in that. So when you put your daily method of operation, my suggestion, would be as far as to do it on a Sunday and do it out as far as for the week. So that way you have a course of action. When you do that, now what happens is that you start seeing, you starting to get things done. Give you an idea. Let's say, for instance, on Monday that you decide as far as that you're, I'm sorry, that you're going to have at least in the morning 10 to 15 minutes of prayer or meditation. Okay. After that, let's say, for instance, that you say, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and create one piece of content on Facebook as far as in the morning, something inspirational, something motivational, something really to get people's day going. Okay. Then let's say, for instance, that you say, you know what? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to dedicate at least 30 to 45 minutes of personal development, which means that either I'm going to learn a new skill, I'm going to focus on a different course, something that's going to be an income producing activity in which that you're telling yourself. Okay, great. Go ahead and do that. You may also want to include, and you want to say, well, hey, I'm looking as far as to expand my particular business, or I'm trying to rank advance in a certain company. So in order for me to reach that certain mark, how many people do I need to be talking to on a daily basis, having natural, true conversations, and also prospecting? That's very, very important. The more clear that you are as far as on the goals and what you're trying to achieve, and by the way, having it all up in here doesn't work. It has to be written down, because when you write it down, now you're more likely to go ahead and commit to that. And anything else that's considered as a distraction or anything that can like literally pull you away from that becomes less and less, because now you become committed, if that makes sense, Miss Shirley.
Makes perfect sense.
And
Yes.
guys, and I can go
Yep.
on and on and on. I mean, honestly, if you want more information, I talk about this on a regular basis. You definitely can go on my page and you'll find a whole bunch of great value and content. But you
Right.
had a question,
There's a
Michelle?
lot of value and content out there, and it's really worth following. Which you can get in touch with him if you want coaching. And I know we both have programs that where you can get a lot of extra training too. So Shawn can hook you up
Absolutely.
with that too. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to stay motivated. Probably having a coach is one of them for some people. And I've had coaching in the past with people, and I still have mentors that train me and leaders. You just need to, I think you need to stay connected, and that helps you stay focused, stay on task, staying connected with, I call it your tribe. Who are you connecting yourself with? What are you watching every day? Because if you get too straight off and you're more interested in watching the news and watching sports and doing this and doing that, you can get distracted from your real goal if you really want to build a business. And you just got to stay connected to your tribe. What are your thoughts on that?
Agreed. A thousand
Okay.
percent agreed. 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
In order for you to become successful, you have to get so committed. You have to be willing to sacrifice. What is it that as far as
Frozen.
long term? You have to be willing to do that. There's no way that you can say to yourself, okay, I'm looking to make six figures or I'm looking to become a millionaire, and yet you're basically doing the things in what you're currently doing right now that quite frankly is really not serving you. Now, I'm not saying that as far as, because some people may be watching this and be like, oh, so you mean to tell me that I can't watch TV? You mean to tell me that, I can't go out and have a good time? That's not what I'm saying. But if you're noticing that you're in access of, let's say, for instance, watching movies, or you're in access of watching TV, or you're doing things that, quite frankly, is really not serving you, then it's going to be very, very tough for you. Very, very tough for you as far as to hit that mark. So
Mm-hmm.
I strongly recommend, and it all goes back to your why. All go back to your why. And Miss Charlene, there are a ton of people that's online, and you know this personally, that say, "Oh, I'm looking to become a six-figure earner. I want to make 500,000 a year. I want to make millions and millions of dollars a year. And they tell you all the good stuff that you want to hear. But when it
Mhm.
comes down to actually doing the work, when it comes down to actually prioritizing on what's important and what's not, when it's time to sacrifice, certain things in order, to advance the greater good, so to speak, they're not willing to do that.
Right.
They're not willing to do that. So it boils down to how serious you are, how
Mhm.
committed you are, and how bad do you want it.
Exactly.
How bad do you want it, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Because if you are serious and if you are committed, I tell you what, it's something about this God we serve, this universe that we are part of. It is something about it to where that the person that's serious and committed and that's willing to put the legwork and the footwork in, and they're willing to, sacrifice whether it's time or money or certain things in which they enjoy the most in order to put down the back burner in order to get to the next level. It's something about that when God or universe sees that, they say, you know what, this person is serious and this person is committed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and present to them opportunities. I'm going to surround them around like-minded individuals. That's basically where they want to be.
Mhm.
And that is going to, and you're going to find yourself situations where that's going to be happening on a considerable basis. Why?
Mhm.
Because the universe or God sees on how serious you are. But if you're
Right.
not serious, if you're not getting real with yourself, it ain't going to happen for you.
No. No.
I don't care how much money you spend on yourself. I don't care as far as how many mentors or coaches, events, virtual seminars you go to. I don't care if you learn all the blueprints and strategies, but it all starts from here and here. That's why mindset is so important.
That is
Super,
very
super critical. And a lot of people miss the boat on that. I missed the boat on that in the beginning because I did not know the power of mindset and personal development and professional development. Guys, this is the real deal. And it's no, it's a reason why that they say more than 90% of entrepreneurs fail in this industry. It's not because of the company or the opportunity or, like I said, the compensation plan, but it's because of the mindset, because it takes a certain mindset in order to achieve your goals and your dreams.
Mhm.
Network marketing, this is the only industry in which I know that has literally, guys, like to literally an average Joe, a person that is considered from society as a nobody, a bum, a waste. Literally, you have people that come in this industry that's like flat broke, in debt, college dropouts, don't even have high school diplomas for God's
Right.
sake. I mean, like literally, you hear people from all different walks of life and just in a matter of time because of the mindset which we're talking about here and because they seen that they have an opportunity and they have a dream to make it happen
Mhm.
and they just went all in on themselves and
Mhm.
said no matter what, didn't make any excuses. They realized that they had to sacrifice certain things and they said okay,
Mhm.
no problem,
Right.
because to them the pain of them being where they was at before weighed so much greater than the pleasure on the other side, if that makes sense.
Mhm. Right. It does
So
make sense. Go
so
ahead.
really on the Saturday, and Miss Charlene, I'm gonna give you back the floor. Um, how serious are you? That should really be the topic of this. How serious are you really? Are you kind of want it? Are you kind of serious? Are you 50% serious? Are you three-fourths, serious? Or are you all the way in serious?
Mhm. And if you're
Be,
all the
be,
way in serious, you're going to work on yourself
it's,
because
it's,
that's
it's
really
gonna
where it
show.
starts.
It's gonna
Hmm.
show. It's gonna
Hmm.
show.
Yeah.
You can
And
tell me anything you
it's
want. You
okay
can.
to I think it's okay to, maybe some people just want to make an extra income. Everybody's not looking to be a millionaire out there. So, and that's okay too, but that still takes mindset and dedication, work ethic to do well with any job, but especially one you're doing on the side, maybe and on your own. One, you need training. You need a lot of training. You need personal development. You need to know communication skills. You need to know how to relate to people. But all
Absolutely.
of it, you can have all of that, as Shawn said, if you don't have the right mindset and willingness to take the action that you need to take every day, it's nothing will happen really. I mean, there'll be very little happen anyway if anything happens.
Can I say something too? Can I add on something which really helps turn around for me, Miss Shirley?
Uh-huh.
You have to be humble. You really have to be humble. And you have to be willing to have an open mind and be willing to take constructive criticism. And that's something that I've noticed, especially with new people too, it's very hard criticism because especially if you had like a certain habits or routines or certain beliefs when you come in this industry and to have someone else that you probably barely don't even know more times than not trying to tell you as far as on how to do certain things. And I think it's more so of the pride that comes in. It comes
Mm-hmm.
in with that, oh, you can't tell me to do that. Who do you think you are? Don't you know
Yeah.
how old I am? Don't you know what I accomplished? I don't need this. You start huffing and puffing, but that doesn't serve you here.
Mm-hmm.
In network marketing, entrepreneurship, it doesn't serve you. It really, really doesn't.
Right.
So it's just all about just being humble and just being open. I mean, as the saying goes, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. What I know now, Miss Charlene, if I was new just starting over from day one, I would be as humble. I would be like this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be using
Listen.
this.
Like, totally agree with that. Totally agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Find
Well,
your,
do you
find
have
yourself
any
a group
final
of.
thoughts?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Huh? Go ahead.
I didn't, I
Do you have
didn't
any
catch that.
final thoughts on? Do you have any final thoughts?
My final thoughts is this: is that with everything which is still going on, guys, that's out there in the world. 2020 is still your year for whatever you set for. I want you to understand something. In this entrepreneurship, it's not easy and it's not for the faint of heart. But what I have noticed and what I have observed, not only from others, but even in my own life, that all things is possible in this journey. If you are serious, if you are committed, and as long as you have that burning inner desire to really want to make things happen, to really go after your goals and your dreams, then I don't care what anybody says, you're in the right industry.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be serious. You have to have such a burning desire for what you want because you deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
You truly deserve it. And yes, you can have it, but only when you get dead serious, when you get hyper focused, and you know within yourself that you are worth achieving it.
Right. You
Until
have
then, you're going to keep dancing around it, and it's not going to work for you.
right. Yeah, you
That's
have to
it.
really be consistent every day on what you've committed to doing, and then just do it on a consistent basis.
Have
But
to.
keep growing and keep developing. I mean, that's the big part I've noticed in the last few years. I've spent a lot of time on personal growth and development. And people used to say that, and I didn't really believe it, but it makes all the difference in the world. It's everything, really.
It does.
Makes a difference.
It does. Through personal development and through like your mindset, doors open up. I mean, opportunities
Mm-hmm.
open up. I mean, like honestly, if I didn't work on my mindset and personal development, then me and Miss Southern Gal would have never met up, and we wouldn't be in this interview right now.
True. That's exactly.
So, I mean, that should tell you guys something. Like, honestly, you can do it. You can do it. I don't care as far as your background. I don't care as far as, on what your, family history looking like. You're in an industry that honestly, for the average Joe, for the average person, can literally, if they are committed and serious, can truly achieve all of their dreams and their desires in this industry. What
Yes.
9 to 5 job that you know, whatever industry besides network marketing that you know of that will allow for an average Joe to come in, be serious, be on fire, and really be able to change their life from night to day?
Mm-hmm. It's the only
Name one.
place I know to do it. There's
This is the only place I
nowhere
know
else
too.
nowhere else to do it. So yeah,
Same
network
way.
marketing is it's an amazing opportunity for people, but it is a challenge, and it certainly, as you said, it takes a good deal of commitment and takes time, and you have to be patient with yourself while you're learning and growing, and you'll get better and better and better and better. I mean, that's just,
Absolutely.
and so, well, I appreciate you coming on tonight. I know you've had a long day, and we're going to let you get back to the rest of your day. It's getting late, but
Sure.
appreciate all of you coming on and listening with us. There's Sandy's on. I can't see who all's on, but we really appreciate y'all being on here, and you can leave us some comments, ask questions, and we'll get back to you. You can get in touch
Absolutely.
with Shawn. He's on Facebook, and follow his trainings and guidance, and he has some really good Facebook Lives. You'll really enjoy them.
Oh, I appreciate that. I do try. I do try.
You do an outstanding job. Outstanding. All right. Well, we're going to let you go, and we appreciate everybody being here. And we will see you on the next Southern Gal Show.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Uh huh. Bye bye.